I'm gonna tell you how to actually get results from a 28-day Pilates challenge and the 3 big mistakes I don't want you to make. And then I'll tell you how you can start a 28-day Pilates challenge for free today. Let's go. Now, if you're new here, my name is Rachel. I'm a certified Pilates instructor and occupational therapist, a mom of 2, and I make Pilates and fitness workouts on my YouTube channel, Rachel's Fit Pilates. Now, I've led a 28-day Pilates challenge. This video had over 1 million views. I've read through hundreds of comments, and I can tell you what makes people consistent and what makes people drop off. Let's go over the 3 big mistakes people make. And I'm telling you, number 3 is the most life-changing in terms of changing a habit. Mistake number 1 happens before you even do a single workout, and that is not mapping out a plan. You need a few things in place that are gonna help guide you as the days go on, as motivation goes down and then discipline needs to kick in. The people who I've seen be the most successful with a challenge will print off the plan or save it to their phone, check it off each day so they can see progress. They have an accountability partner, so maybe they do it with a friend or a family member. If they don't have that, they comment on the video after they do the workout. So I am their accountability partner. They tell me the day that they're starting, and every day I get to watch them go through the workouts. As easy as it is to just do the workout and not track things, I think it's incredibly helpful to visually see the progress that you're making. You are gathering evidence that you are changing your habits. You know that motivation is going to be high. It's going to be easy in the beginning. Think of motivation like electricity in your house. If that goes down, do you have a generator? Do you have discipline that's going to kick in to power you through? So before you even begin, make your plan, get your accountability partner. Think about, what does results even mean for you? Maybe weight loss is your main goal, but you've got to find some other things that show you that you are progressing, that you are getting results. Because without that, that can really contribute to you dropping off and feeling like it's not working, it's not worth it. Mistake number 2, assuming exercise alone will equal weight loss. I can tell you about just the different habits that I've had. If I give you my 5 habits that help me, number 1, I eat a high protein, high fat breakfast, so something like eggs and avocado. I used to do much higher carbs, but I've lowered those, and I found that that actually helps me not crash in the mid-afternoon and then feel panicky to eat something. I love serving things on small plates, things like ramekins or condiment cups. If you've got kids, those are great things to use for them as well. Visually, it's more satisfying to see something filled up than to feel like you're just getting a small portion on a big plate. And similar to that, I like my sweets to be small, so I choose things like mini Dove bars. And when I eat those sweets, I typically will do it after lunch. So I'm already pretty full and then just need 100 calories, 200 calories to really feel satisfied. If I feel like I need to eat more, then I go back to eating food because I am probably genuinely hungry. Another thing I prioritize is fiber. So, I might not get as much of that in the morning, but I definitely prioritize it for lunch and for dinner and in my snack foods. So yes, I do like chips. I do like some of the processed foods, but I do look for protein and fiber because I know that will hold me over better until my next meal. And then lastly, making sleep a big priority. So trying to go to bed at a decent time and then get up a little bit before my kids wake up. If you have any other little habits that help keep you on track, I'd love for you to comment below, share them with us. That brings us to number 3, the most overlooked mistake that you can make. And that is to not be proactive about managing your stress on a daily basis. Whenever I've wanted to make a change, whether it's in weight loss, fitness, finance, anything, I realized I fall off when I no longer can tolerate the discomfort of having to do that hard thing. So a question I ask myself every day is, how can I set today up to tolerate the discomfort of fill in the blank? So what's the change that you want to make? Spending less money, having to work out after work, being a little hungry. It doesn't feel good, it's uncomfortable. This is why having a fitness journey can change your life for the better in so many ways. In many ways, the habits that we know are not good for us are also coping skills for stress. Where change happens is when you take away those coping skills, you realize how uncomfortable it is to not do those things. You realize you tolerated a situation, a life setup that you wouldn't have if you had stopped those things, let's say 3 months ago. You tolerate more because you have those coping skills in place. You do the comfort eating, the comfort drinking. I know for me, when I was trying to lose weight after having my second child, I already felt so stressed by everyday life that that adding the discomfort of being hungry to try to lose weight felt unbearable. I think what you can do in those moments is, how do you minimize the discomfort? In a weight loss example, it could be having a smaller deficit so you aren't hungry all day. Maybe you are just going to bed a little hungry. And for me, there's been times where there's specific habits that I've wanted to change, and when I started to try to change them, I realized, wow, like it brings me a lot of calm and a lot of joy to sit and eat from 8 to 10 p.m. while my kids are sleeping and I just have all this time to myself. We always think of things like I'm gonna need willpower to not do those things. To me, what has helped me way more is to look at everything in the day that has led up to that point. How can I manage my stress there? So when I start my day with, how can I set up my day to be able to tolerate the discomfort of not eating late at night, I'm looking at things like, I'm gonna try to work out to manage my stress, to keep me less irritable. I'm gonna try to eat consistently throughout the day and not get too hungry. I'm gonna ask for help from my husband with the kids if I feel like I really need it. I'm gonna stay off social media so that I don't get so triggered and irritated with the things that I see. So when you pull out those coping skills and you can't do that thing anymore, you might have to start having some hard conversations. You might need to start going to therapy. You might need to start reading a little bit more about putting down boundaries with your kids. All examples from my own life experience. If things cannot go on the way they are without you doing your comfort things, it's time to change other parts of your life, not just your health and fitness life. Maybe just looking at me, you could think, she's probably just like everyone else. She's really strict with eating. She's really rigid with her routines. But all those mistakes I mentioned before, I've done them all. I look the way I do because I have a healed relationship with food. I went to therapy. I figured out why I was using food to cope, whether it was restricting food or overeating. I was tired of constantly thinking about food and never being present. And the fact that I addressed all of this when I was 26 and have had 10 years of healthy habits and being present with my kids and not having my weight be the most important thing to me. I want to teach other people how to feel like this, how to live like this. So when you do your 28-day challenge, ask yourself that question each day, whether you answer it in a notebook or if you put a note on your phone. How can I set today up to tolerate the discomfort of daily workouts, of eating less, whatever it is? So now we've gone over the 3 big mistakes: not having a plan, assuming exercise is just gonna get you weight loss, and not having a daily plan to manage your stress. Let's go over 3 major benefits of doing a 28-day Pilates challenge. The number one thing to me is that you don't have to think about what you're gonna do that day. The decision fatigue that comes along with, should I work out, should I not, should I do this, should I do that, you already have it planned for you. Next, it's so efficient to do a follow-along workout. I was someone who never did YouTube workouts, honestly, even before I started creating them myself, and I never realized how much time I spent trying to think of what exercise to do next, getting distracted with my kids, forgetting what I was doing. To have someone plan a workout for you and to just have to follow along and pause if you need to and resume when you're ready can really cut down on the time that it takes to get in your workout every day. And lastly, having someone who knows what they're doing in terms of exercise can really help you get the best results. Some of us could be really consistent with exercise, but we're doing all different types of random workouts and we're not piecing together a type of workout that really makes a change in our bodies. I am very focused on applying the science of how do I strengthen you? How do I build these workouts in a way where you can get the best result at home? And how can I do it in a way where I'm not just talking about changing the way that you look? I think what separates me from a lot of fitness YouTubers is that I'm just not willing to give you these false claims of how it's gonna change your body. Not just because I don't wanna be deceptive, but I also think if you are in your living room doing this workout and your 13-year-old daughter is there, what is she seeing as the title? Is she seeing that you're working out to change your body? Like that's the only reason? Or is she seeing that you're trying to get stronger, healthier? I know that makes a huge impact on such an impressionable age. I know it did for me, and I can't live with myself if I fall into that. So not to get emotional, but yeah, this is a huge reason why I try to stay away from being very body focused when I do my workouts. Whew. Okay, let's get a little more detailed into the plans. I have 3 28-day Pilates challenges all for free on my YouTube channel, Rachel's Fit Pilates. My 28-day wall Pilates challenge is for beginners. Majority of workouts are about 20 minutes per day. My 28 28-day Pilates and strength challenges a bit longer and are for more intermediate level. And my 28-day reformer challenge is for beginners to intermediate and requires a reformer. You find links to these challenges both in my description and in the comments below. All the workouts are free on YouTube. All you have to do is download the plan. You can click the picture each day to be redirected to the workout. So it makes it super easy to do it from anywhere. My hope in creating challenges like this is that they'll be easy, accessible, challenging to your body, and to allow you to feel like this may be the first time you ever really consistently stayed with something. So if that sounds good to you, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below. What are 3 results that you are looking for with completing a 28-day Pilates challenge? Sometimes when we comment, you can see yourself in someone else, and sharing can really help them feel like it could be achievable for them as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.